You know, I have been alive for 44 years. And in much of that lifetime, I have watched the Packers go through three quarterbacks, I think, over more than that. But let's say within the past 30 years, the Packers have had three quarterbacks. The Chicago Bears, on the other hand, have had about 30 quarterbacks over the past 30 years, it seems like. The Bears have never in my lifetime had a franchise quarterback, a guy that you would feel comfortable paying some 40, $50 million a year. But after watching yesterday's game against the New York Giants, Bear fans, we got one. We finally have our franchise quarterback, and his name is Caleb Saquon Williams. Welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe. And yes, you heard me correctly. Caleb Williams has arrived. He has ascended. He is the chosen one that Bear fans have been looking for most of our lifetime. This man literally put the team on his back yesterday and willed them to a victory against the New York Giants. And another epic fourth quarter cover behind victory for our Bears. Listen, man, for much of the game yesterday, the Bears were like down in the dumps. They were not playing up to the levels that we know they could play up to. They were getting outplayed by Jackson Dart and the Giants. It was just bad. The Bears were down 20-10 in the fourth quarter. But as I alluded to in the introduction, when you have a franchise quarterback, when you have Houdini himself, when you have a man who has ice water in his veins, you are never out of a football game. And that is especially true when you have one Caleb Williams. This man ran for a 29-yard scramble to set up a touchdown pass to Roma Dunze. Then the Bears defense gets a stop, and then Caleb Williams gets the ball back, and he goes for a 17-yard scramble to run into the end zone for the touchdown that will ultimately win the game yesterday. But again, it wasn't all peaches and roses. He did this on a day where his receivers dropped 6 passes, probably more, but I think PFF accounted for 6 drops, right? Did this on a day where it was 6 drops, did it on a day where it was cold, it was snowy, the defense was getting beat down, the Bears offense wasn't really playing their best football, but somehow, ultimately, at the end of the day, when it mattered most, when they needed it most, the franchise himself, 18, found a way to pull them up and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, and it was glorious. Caleb Williams now leads the NFL in fourth quarter comeback with 4 this year, which is crazy when you think about it, right? When the fourth quarter is in there and he has to go ahead and get into that clutch mode that he does, and like he told us last year, he doesn't feel pressure. I think a lot of us kind of laughed it off last year when he said that, but now, after seeing him do this over and over and over again, the kid is right. He does not feel pressure when the game is on the line. He clearly shown it over and over again this year. He has done the thing. He has put the Bears in position to win every time this year, and for the most part, they have done it this year. Now, last year was a different story with the coaching staff and how inept they were, but when you have Ben Johnson behind you coaching you, and you have Dennis Allen as your defensive coordinator, if you give Caleb Williams a chance this year, he's more than likely winning the game, which is what is happening right in front of our eyes, and he is ascending and has ascended into franchise quarterback status. Caleb Williams is already a star. I don't know if I'm comfortable calling him a superstar yet. I think that is to be determined to see how he performs in playoff games, because that's a whole nother level of pressure. But right now, today, on November 10th, 2025, I am crowning Caleb Williams a star in the NFL. And when is the last time that the Chicago Bears had a star quarterback in our midst? I can't remember one in our lifetime. Wait, actually, no, I'll take that back. Jake Cutler, I would call a star. But outside of Jake Cutler, in my life, we have never had a star quarterback on this team. But now we have Caleb Williams, and I think he can do bigger things than Jake Cutler when his career is all said and done. But right now, he is definitely on that trajectory to become one of the all-time great quarterbacks in the league if he keeps going the way that he's going. One of the things besides his fourth quarter comeback that makes Caleb Williams so great is his sack avoidance. It is insane. It is elite. It is out of this world. How many sacks did he avoid yesterday? Making Brian Burns and Abdul Carter look like fools out there. They thought they had him 1 minute. The next minute he's running for like 17, 29 yards or whatever. Like, they could not touch him. They could not sack him yesterday because of his elite sack avoidance. It is crazy how he can escape sacks. And now that he's starting to use his legs more to run the football and scramble, he is just that much more dangerous because we know he has the arm. I mean, did you see that dart he threw to DJ Moore that almost was a touchdown, and then he threw another one to eliminate the kid that it dropped? I mean, the dude already has a cannon for an arm, but now he's putting his legs into his game, and that's going to make him only more dangerous as the games go along and as this season comes to a conclusion here in the next 8 or 9 weeks. I know that in Chicago, we are not used to this level of quarterback play, so we always have doubts. We're like, oh, we need to see this, or oh, we need to see that, blah, 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 blah. And even the national media this year has done everything that they can to downplay the impact of Caleb Williams. But even the national media, after yesterday, are starting to come around. I heard Chris Canty call Caleb Williams this morning one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC North. Chris Canty has spent the entire offseason crapping on Caleb every chance he gets. But this morning, now he says that Caleb Williams is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC North. Colin Cowherd, who flip-flops more than a hamburger at McDonald's, is now talking about how Caleb Williams is ascending and different things like that. Even the national media is starting to come around on just how good Caleb Williams is and can be with the pairing of him and Ben Johnson. And I think it's very important to know how crucial Ben Johnson has been in his development, because we knew that Caleb Williams had the elite talent and the arm strength to be a decent quarterback. But it was the finer fundamentals, the nuances of playing the quarterback position that he did not possess. But now it's starting to look like he is starting to get the finer points of playing the position down pack and part of his fundamental game. And once he masters that, good luck stopping him. Just ask the Giants yesterday, they could not touch that man. It was beautiful. If he keeps elevating his game like this, and I have no reason to believe that he won't, the Bears are, we ain't even worry about the playoffs. The Bears are going to the playoffs. If he keeps elevating like this season, the Bears might mess around and make it to the NFC Championship game. Will I say they'll go to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl? Probably not. But if Caleb Williams keeps doing what he's doing, I would not be shocked at all if the Bears messed around and found themselves in the NFC Championship game this year. He is that good, people. He is that good. But let me know what you think. How are you feeling right now about Caleb Williams? Drop a comment and make sure you subscribe to The Yard for all things Chicago Bears.